Racing fans, if you've been watching Telecrack, you will have heard about the trials and tribulations of a jockey, namely Andrew Fortune. He ended up becoming South African champion jockey, but that was largely due to the fact that he went to a health and wellness centre that up to now is little known. In the heart of George, Kenako is this place. Andrew Fortune came here as a 64 kilo heavyweight. He spent 3 months getting his weight right and ended up coming out as a 54 kilo lightweight and proceeded to win the South African Championships. We thought this was a great story for all you horse lovers, because amongst you there might be some of you, not Laff and I, but some of you who would look after your health. And as a result, we took a little trip to George to find out what Kenako was all about. The man behind Kenako is none other than a great school friend of mine, Ron Boone. Ron, we've been together a long time. Gee, you made it. I'm still schlepping along.
It has been a long time, James. We've even raced together.
Yeah, we sure did. But racing being your passion, but this is now a new project for you.
I had this idea and the dream of Kenako Academy in the early 2000s, and approached Roger Wessels when he stopped the tour in 2003 with a view to looking at creating a cutting-edge academy on a global basis.
What is Kenako? It's a health and wellness centre, but what is the essence of it?
Kenako is an academy. It's Kenako Golf and Sports Academy officially, but what we recognized was for us to be a global leader, we needed to embrace the science and the body and the mind and the eyes now, with Dr. Cheryl Calder being involved as well. And the idea is that the foundation of the academy is kids, it's students, but the promise is life skills, because what we're doing is making a difference to these students and in their total lives. It's not just about golf, it's about general wellness, it's about thinking clearly, it's about presentation skills, it's about healthy diet, healthy living.
You must have a huge staff to get through all those things that you've mentioned so far. How do you go about it? Because Cheryl is impressive. She was the woman who was attributed to Brian Abbanner and the centre, the villagers, the way they intercepted rugby balls, and they were absolutely fantastic.
That's right. In fact, she started with the England team. She's the only person to have won 2 consecutive World Cups. She won with England, and Martin Johnson, I mean, he raves about her in 2003, and then worked with Jake White in 2007. And she's got amazing programs. Actually, she's got recent research done in the UK and in South Africa showing the impact of her training programs, her iGym programs, and the impact it makes on the ability of from a child point of view, the child's ability to learn and to improve their marks in school. But for an executive, for somebody like yourself or myself, to concentrate better, to see things differently, to see things that you wouldn't otherwise have seen. So it makes an impact even in the boardroom.
So executives can come here and could you book a conference here and come?
Very much so. We've got a 56-seat auditorium with all the toys and very, very comfortable. We've got the lounge in which we're sitting where they can come and relax after or at lunchtime or in the evenings. What we're trying to do is to go beyond the normal conference. So we would like the company that we're working with to set aside some time each day to allow us to do assessments on the individuals that are here. It could be a physical assessment. If they're interested in golf, of course we can link it to golf. But if it's not anything to do with golf, it would be about the body and the mind and yes, the eyes.
Well, you look at the gym facilities, you've got the pool facilities, there's a putting green across the road. You seem to have a one-stop centre where anyone could come. Can an individual come? And
very much so. Yeah, we've actually. It's really been interesting for us. We're getting more people at the moment from overseas than from South Africa. It could be 2, 3, or 4 or 5 days, or it could be 2 or 3 weeks. You mentioned just now as well about the people. You know, yes, we have got a select group of people, professionals, and we realized that for us to succeed, we had to have the very best. So the psychologist Stephen Burr. He had a successful practice in Johannesburg. He had returned to South Africa from London, but he was consultant psychologist to St. Stithian School, which meant that he was dealing with parents and with students. He was also the consultant or the lecturer to the PGA Tour of South Africa, so he was involved with golf.
Has he had any success with people who've come from overseas here? And
very much so. Yeah, we had We had 3 people across here. The one was a 65-year-old actually a golf nut. They came for a 5-day program. We spent 4 hours each morning working with them on different skills, and then they had lunch, and afternoon they would go and play golf. And he wrote to us and told us that he'd improved 5 shots, and he believed that it was entirely due to the way he thought his way around a golf course. So really
That's impressive stuff. Now, what else is there as far as assessing your well-being and your health is concerned that you're able to offer?
Oh, it's a lot. As you know, James, we've had Kevin Mercy here recently. Kevin happens to own the Usk Valley Stud in Wales, and a wonderful guy, and is looking at owning a couple of horses. I think he might actually already own 1 or 2 horses in South Africa, but he's got a horse running in the Derby this year in England, which is quite impressive. But it's really about different aspects. We've got on the Pilates side, obviously your core strengths, your core muscles, spinal alignment. We've got an angular therapy machine, which we imported from Europe, which is more into massage, into your lymph, into your going into your blood systems. Then there's obviously on the biokinetic side, Jan Fourie. He's really expert. He joined us from Johannesburg. And in terms of your body assessments, your body makeup, the strengths and weaknesses of your body.
Well, I think I've had a most enjoyable morning of obviously evaluation of my broken body. But it's been very informative. I think the tuition, or the instruction should I say, has been first class. The facilities are certainly first class. I'd highly recommend anybody, and I've been given some exercises which are definitely touching it forward with me, which I'm going to pursue. I'm definitely going to come back here. I would certainly recommend it to friends. I think it's a wonderful facility. And they seem to have covered all the bases. It's very welcoming, informative, and a great asset to South Africa.
It's quite interesting. We had a Swiss guy here recently, also actually a 60-something-year-old, and he's improved 10 shots in his golf. He came in as a 24, he's shooting in the low 80s. There were limitations that he had about the way he could swing. So Jan then does an assessment, works with Roger, and the whole idea is the team. It's the team thing, and together then they worked out how to improve his golf. He raves about it.
You talk about golf as being one of the main focuses, obviously with a guy like Roger who won the PGA and was a top professional in his own right. You had Herman Brown, who's looking to maybe go on the seniors tour. How did you fix him? Did he?
Yeah, he came down for a week. It was great. Actually, I think he spent 2 weeks here. He was great. He's mad keen on his golf, and worked with Roger and just the fundamentals. Obviously, if you're going to go to the extent that Herman might want to go, which is if he wants to go onto the seniors tour, there are fundamental things in your golf swing that you have to fix to make it stand up under pressure. I think Herman, if he comes back, what he's got to do first is learn to beat Roger. He's also now qualifying to be a senior golfer, but he has no desire to go play on the tour.
Ron, as far as individuals concerned, can they come and live in and be part of a program for a certain amount of days or weeks?
Yes. We're looking on an executive recovery basis. There are people that are stressed out, or the people that really need just to take time out of their daily lives. A lot of people, and I think there's a problem in the world today, that people forget about what they're working for and just to get back to basics. So people can book in, they can come for a week, and we'll set each program that we create is personalized. So we need to understand what the person would like, what is their objective, and from that we will create the program for them. There are also fun things we do. I know Jan is working, he's got programs he calls Desperate Housewives, and we're looking at a Desperate Husband one now, but the idea is that we've got ladies coming on a 3-month program. They might want to lose some weight, they want to get fitter, they want to be healthier, and to have fun while they're doing it. And I think even with the golf, but everything we're doing, it must be that you're getting a personal enjoyment, satisfaction from it, that you leave saying, wow, that was great, I want to come back.
Health is a huge thing in the modern life that we live in today, compared to when we were youngsters. You look like you found a niche market.
It is, James. I travelled across to America last year and had a look at some of the offerings over there. And certainly from an academy perspective, we are right up there with the best in the world. There's no academy, as far as I know, anywhere else that has the total offering that we have. We have psychology, we have the physical, we have the mental, we have the eye gym, we have nutrition, we've got an in-house chef. Everything is under the one roof.
one of the latest people that have come here that we will relate to is Ian Sturgeon. Now, he went through a very bad low when he left Michael Roberts as a stable rider, and he's now found Herman Brown. It's funny that they found each other.
Yeah.
But not only that, his riding seems to have improved out of all recognition, and his whole attitude.
Yeah, Ian was great. He came in and spent a month with us. Actually, he arrived with a couple of injuries, which I think he didn't himself realize that were hindering his progress. They were perhaps a negative in his mind. But he had a good time. He had to work out initially just to sort out some of the problems that he may have had. And then he enjoyed very much dealing with Stephen, just thinking about things. We spoke a lot about different ways of how to progress. He's very ambitious, and we're rooting for him. He's been down here, and it's great to see he's making such good progress.
In conclusion, the name Kenako, how did you get this? Because I know it was used at the World Cup last year by one of the big banks.
It was FIFA. It was owned by FIFA, and because the banks were one of the sponsors, they were able to put up. But Kenako, that was from FIFA. We had registered it, I think, 2 or 3 years before. I found the Sotho word that meant the time has come. It's time, and we're trying to do something that is the time. It's something different. I think that we're lifting academies around the world into a different sphere. I think also on the health and wellness side, we bring a different element to health and wellness. We're not a regular spa, but we are a health and wellness center. So an individual, no matter what their age, can come here, and we are able to give them a really special treatment and something which is private, something which is exclusive, and something which they will enjoy. And we obviously want them to do that.
Ron, we wish you all the very best with your venture. It looks fantastic. It certainly helps some of the racing guys, and may you prosper long and hard.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And James, we need to next time get you out here and come and work. You told me it's not possible, but we've got to get you.
You can't fix up a broken down old roll. Say gone.
I'd like to tell your viewers, James wasn't keen to get assessed. He says he's got this unique swing and can't do it. That's nonsense. We can help him.
Well, it's sad to be leaving, because this has got to be one of the most beautiful places on God's earth, never mind just in South Africa. And Kenako, beautifully situated here in George, has been visited by such luminaries as Sergio Garcia, Gary Player, and the Proteas came and spent a week training camp here at Kenako. But as you can see from my posture and well-being, I've improved immensely from being here in one afternoon. Isn't it worth your while to get on the aeroplane and come and visit Kenako, be part of this? Absolutely beautiful. As they say in the classics, peeled grapes.